To the Black Boy Magic Board meeting room where we talk about entrepreneurial ideas and the mindset that it takes to pull them off. Now, I want to have a moment of gratitude because today's topic we are talking about grief and posting, grief and showing up for your business, what it looks like, what it can look like when you are grieving, and incorporating that in your business and how you can. So my business represents self-expression, which grieving is an obvious part of that self-expression because it's part of the human experience. And there are different levels of grief that I'm experiencing right now between losing my cousin and moving out of this space and moving on from a job. And all of it is taking place all at one time. So when everything is happening all at once, it is important to remember the more that you are creating space in your mind and in your aura to be cool, calm, collected, and still enough for you to gather what is your next step. What does your next step look like? So when we say inhale and exhale, it is a full reset of the mind for you to just decompress and collect back. Because when you're grieving, you feel like you're all over the place mentally. Mentally, I've been feeling up and down. I've been feeling up and steady as opposed to down in the dumps. But I've been in my head more. But when I do, it is a reminder to do one thing at a time, handle one thing at a time, one question, one conversation at a time, and it's okay. So I can't speak on your grieving process, but I can speak on mine and what works for me. Grieving looks different for everybody. But just remember, at the core, at the base, you are human and you need to release, you need to feel the emotions that's coming with grieving, because I have been angry and then I've been sad and then I've just been disappointed and then I have been feeling content and then gratitude. And so moving on from those emotions, and then you reach to a point where you are grateful. Moving out, as an example, I moved my bed frame and my nightstand out yesterday. So right now it's just my mattress and my stuff from my nightstand, which I could have moved within the drawers of the nightstand, but whatever. And then my bed base, and then my other clothes that I'm just going to have to take on the day of. Literally, today is Tuesday. I'm going to be out of here by Thursday at the latest. So it is a whole, like, it's happening fast and it's de-shedding fast. And as I was moving my nightstand out and my other furniture, I'm like, yesterday I came home from work and I lit an incense, and I like the big incense, okay? The ones that burn forever. I love those. And it's just more smoke in the air when you lit it. And so as I was lighting it and I was placing it down, I said, God bless this space and the memories that come with it. That came with it. God bless this space and the memories that I've made. God bless this space and the memories that have made this experience what it is. And when I said that, I just felt at peace, because while it may be challenging to move from a space that you have created home to be, it may be a lot to transition from a job that you are so comfortable at. But when God tells you to move, literally, in a sense of moving and transitioning, then He's going to make it so that you can't ignore the calling. And as I make this transition in my life, I just have to keep, and I hope that you keep reminding yourself that the memories that came with every aspect of life will live on for forever. But then I also heard someone say, don't look in the past because no one's there. So the more that us as humans may want to hold on to whatever the past may be, we cannot. And saying, God bless this space and the memories that I've made with it. God bless this space and the memories that I've created. However you slice that pie, it will be a best service to you to move with gratitude, because it is a blessing that we get to experience this experience. It is a blessing to be able to move out and be on your own for a period of time. It is a blessing to have everything that comes with the growing up experience. And I'm 23 years old. I turn 24 next month. I'm grateful because the fear that I have overcome when it came to moving out and adulting and paying bills, I did not think that I would ever do it, honestly. But I'm glad that I did, and I'm so grateful to God that I did, and I'm grateful that He saw me through. But it is a whole mindset shift when it comes to grieving, and how this can show up for you in your business is what you can do, like how I'm doing. I'm talking about it, that is catering to my business. And this is how I'm expressing myself, because you also have to let out your emotions. You have to talk. You have to let it out. You have to let someone be in your space. Let someone hear you. Let someone hear you. Let someone hear you. Talk about it. And that's what I'm doing. And this is how I express myself, and this is how I kind of get some of the grieving out. In fact, yesterday I had a dream that I was waiting in line and I saw some old classmates. And as I was catching up with my old classmates, I hear myself saying, as a part of, when people ask you, how are you doing? And then you eventually tell how you're really doing. And so it was that kind of conversation where I'm like, I've also been grieving, and I feel like I'm gonna cry. And I wake up with tears in my eyes. So, did someone call that a sleep cry? Beats me. But when you wake up, when you have those moments, saying that to say, let it out, tell someone, let someone know how you're doing genuinely, and check on your people and check on yourself. And then once you've emotionally regulated yourself, once you have mentally, emotionally regulated yourself, once you have physically regulated yourself, because you'll also feel it in the body. I wholeheartedly feel that, because I've been feeling like the grief makes me feel, or the emotions makes me feel stuck. But we know that we're not stuck. We are continuously moving. But when you've regulated yourself, then you can feel comfortable enough to talk about it to someone else via YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, blog post, in person, podcast, what have you. So I choose to talk about this, how it sees fit, and this is how I'm expressing myself. But also, when it comes to grief and posting, you don't have to force yourself to post if you're not willing to. If you don't feel it, then don't post it. Give yourself some space, give yourself some time, and the audience will be there. The people will be there. And this is the kind of mindset that I'm telling myself, because I don't want to think about losing followers, losing my audience, or not being as engaged as I could, or not posting as often as I said that I would. Give yourself some grace and let yourself go through the motions. Let yourself go and grow through the motions of grief, of life. Whatever you are going through that is really taking a toll on your mental space. And when you open up your Instagram app, your TikTok app, your Reddit app, if it feels too much, just walk away for 5 minutes to 10 minutes to an hour to 2 hours to 48 hours, if you will, and just let yourself decompress. So I think that's all I had to say in today's topic. And honestly, I think this topic is just going to go on and on, because grief is a never-ending process. And the funeral is this Friday, and I feel myself kind of just on this teeter-totter. Like, 1 minute I'm good, 1 minute I'm in my head, 1 minute I I'm feeling a little bit sad. Then the next minute, I'm full of gratitude. So let all those things take place. Just know that you can always talk about it. You can always talk to someone about it. And there's always someone out there who is listening to your story too. There's always someone out there who is listening and who wants to hear from you and who is inspired by how you handle situations and how you handle your grieving, how you cope, how you emote, how you express yourself. So just know that there's someone waiting on your story at the other end of your grief, on the other end of your depression, your anger, your sadness, your everything. And thank God in the process. Keep putting him first. And that's one thing that has been getting me through, is just thanking God, because emotions make us human. Emotions give us the ability to live and put us on the alert that something is not right. And it is a blessing. But we can't always depend on our emotions. But in the meantime, they do serve a purpose. And so that's really it. Just keep God first in your process, wherever you are in life. And he is listening. He will listen. He will show up for you. You just have to keep showing up for him. So that has been big in my process, because I can't leave him out. You know, I can try to be, as much as we may feel like the grieving happens to us, it really happens for us. And grieving in a sense of experiencing death is one of those things that we all have to experience, we all have to get a glimpse of, because it's what we all have in common, and it's what we all will experience, and it is all what we do experience. And I remember saying, grief unites us. So if you're grieving, just know that you're not the only one grieving, and that can be a comforting shoulder lean on someone else's shoulder, because someone else is grieving just as much as you are, maybe even a little bit worse. You know, like your situation could always be worse. So yeah, this is what it's like to grieve and being an entrepreneur. And at least for me, in my entrepreneurial shoes, this is what it's like. And I hope that you find space for you to grieve in your own time and with God. And just know that God got you. He does. He loves you so much, and he's watching over for you. Even when it feels like you are heartbroken and it is no light, there's no one to talk to, there's no one listening, there's no one that you can lean on, there's no shoulder that you can lean on. You can lean on God's. You can lean on God's shoulder. He got you. And I hope that this message helps you. I hope that you take something from this message and just give yourself time to grieve and post later, you know. So, how did you express yourself today?